am Amanda Lauren, and this is the Arts in Action Music Edition. And my guest today is the talented band First to 11. Originally, the band went by M4 in 2009, but changed their name when they realized their sound was going in another direction in 2016. They opened for Quiet Riot in the 2016's Vans Warped Tour, held the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Tri-C High School Rock-Off in 2015 and 16. All this in a short amount of time, and they are still climbing to the top. Quoted from their website, first211.com, we're an original band from Erie, Pennsylvania that also does YouTube cover. And here they are, the band who is slowly writing their name in rock history, First211. Thank you guys for agreeing to come on the show.
Of course.
No problem.
Thanks for having us.
Amazing. So may you give a brief rundown of who you are and when did you join the band?
I'm Audra. I'm the singer. And I joined the band when I was about 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah, I'm Matthew. I'm the guitar player. And I was one of the first members to be in the band back when Ryan put us together in 2009. I was 9 years old.
I'm Sam. I have known First 11 for a long time, but I kind of officially joined about 3-ish years ago, originally playing guitar, and now I play drums in the band.
I guess I'm kind of like the newest one. I joined about a year ago and started playing bass.
Wow. Now, in the beginning, up-and-coming bands form on a whim, or they go looking for people who have the same passions as them, like how all the members of Van Halen met at Pasadena City College. So who was the one who actually brought everyone together?
So it initially started out with, Ryan, do you want to take this?
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say initially started out with Ryan because me and a bunch of friends that I went to school with all took lessons from Ryan. And he thought about like putting bands together, and he saw like the perfect opportunity to put us together because we already knew each other, went to the same school, already talked. So one day we got together and in his mom's basement for our first band practice, and it just kind of went on from there. We started out just, we were super young. We were 9 years old, so it was just for fun. You know what I mean? We're just playing music, doing different covers. Ryan's obviously still teaching us. I can barely hold my guitar upright. But and it just slowly evolved, and people grew out of the band and then, left just to do sports or go to college and stuff. And it's kind of just molded itself into the roster now, picking up Audra and Sam along the way.
Yes, and I do have experience with guitars, and they are a bit heavy, especially when you're rocking out on stage. So I understand that part. So how did First to 11 become a band?
Well, we started just by learning 2 songs. And at that point, everybody's parents were having like a holiday party. And so they were like, let's have the band play at the holiday party. So after them being a band for about a month and knowing only 2 songs, we had our first performance. And that was in front of, a whole bunch of people. And, some people that were at that party were like, can you guys come and play my party? Or can you come and play this ice skating rink? Or can you guys come play at, the local sports, stadium or something like that? So that first opportunity snowballed into a bunch of other opportunities that, still come in to this day.
It was basically more of a word of mouth situation, right?
Yeah.
Back then it was all like, oh, come play in our garage, in our basement, and everyone was there as a party. So basically you're keeping that alive. So that's actually kudos to all of you, keeping the whole rock life alive. Was there a moment when you all looked at each other and just said, like, this is it, this is the magic here?
I don't know if there's like a specific moment, but at least for me, like Ryan was saying, the word of mouth got out. But back then we were 9, 10, 11. So people, I felt more were booking us more because like, oh, they're young kids and they're okay. You know what I mean? And it was cool. Like, we're very appreciative, got us our start. But what really kind of seemed like the special moment, like we got something special, is when we grew up. Now we're like, you know, young adults age, you know what I mean? Teenagers. And people are starting to be like, I don't care how old you are, but like the YouTube started and people are watching us, and people aren't bringing up our ages anymore. And they're just focusing on us as actual musicians. And I'm like, okay, we've kind of been able to grow out of, we're just kids playing and now we're a real band. And that was the moment where I was like, okay, this is something that we can actually pursue.
Yeah, I think so too. I think especially like when we put out the first YouTube cover also, because we were kind of just like, oh, let's do this and see what happens. And then like that was the first video of ours that kind of blew up. So that was definitely like a crazy moment.
We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You'll never know the freak shows sitting next to you. You'll ask weird people sitting next to you. You'll think, how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget. All our friends are heathens, take it slow.
Like I said, I've been watching your live streams and everything. When you hit the 10,000 subscribers marks, that's when I actually sat down and paid more attention to what you were saying. And it was how Ryan said that y'all were just wearing basketball shorts, not even looking like a band. So I know that he took you to Hot Tom. It's like, go ahead, find whatever you want. And that's how, you know, you got your own style. So
Yeah.
I know forming a band with the dream of becoming that one in a million is hard, and it takes a lot of hours to make it possible. Yet here you are doing just that. You know, every member of the band should feel proud because of all the hard work is paying off. First to 11, who just recently reached 700,000 YouTube subscribers. And for a thank you, the band held a giveaway, and one lucky fan received 5 of their albums and a shirt, all signed by the band. Now, as far as I know, a lot of bands don't usually do this for their fans, but here you are making sure that all of your fans are heard and like, hey, we see you coming out, subscribing, hitting that bell, the subscribe button. You know, this is a very big thank you for everything. So I just want to say thank you as a fan personally for doing all this. And yes, I did throw my hat in the ring when I heard about the contest, but sadly I did not. But personally, the song I connect to most is Just Pretend, and I really do love that song, especially when Audra hits those.
Oh, thank you.
I can't really hit those notes right now, but when you hit
No, you killed it. You killed it.
And then, of course, my favorite is Six at Best. It's just so sassy and everything. Love it.
I don't know
So, like, who's the one who writes the original songs?
We actually kind of all work on them together. So it usually starts with either like a vocal idea or a guitar idea, and we all kind of come together and start with like some music and then come up with some like concepts for lyrics, and then we work on those. Lyrics are definitely the hardest part, so that's what we've been working on the most lately. But yeah, we all work together to write the songs.
Everyone has their own way of going about it. So I know that you live stream every Tuesday, and Matthew, who who seems to be the one who's always hyped from beginning to end. How have you decided your schedule with practice and cover videos and also the live streams?
So it originally started with, obviously way back when we just started, it was like a Thursday thing, once a week, hour and a half practice. Ryan tried to start us with like 2 hours or something, but we were like 9, so he couldn't make it that long. So we had to shorten the practice. But everything in this band just builds and builds and builds and builds on top of each other. So, you know, we were at Thursdays at like 6:30 till 8 for like 5 years, 6 years. And eventually we were like, okay, we're getting a little more serious. We have a little more time. We're starting to quit sports in high school, you know, to do this. We're starting to put more and more time and effort into this. So we're like, let's try 2 practices a week. You know what I mean? Let's do Tuesdays and Thursdays at like 6:30-ish. Okay, let's see how that works. And then we were like, okay, we started out on YouTube putting out 1 cover like a month.
Yeah.
We were like, our channel's doing well. It's going pretty fast. What happened if we did, you know, multiple covers a month? And it just built onto itself. So everything is just a building process. And eventually, like, it's just like, now it's our full-time job. We have 2 covers coming out every single week. We get together like every single day, even if we're not physically together. We're always texting. Someone's always doing something to contribute to the band. And the recent live streams are just like, okay, we have our covers. We get together and we're practicing and we're writing. But what else can we do? You know what I mean? While we're at home. Okay, live streaming. Okay, let me figure out how to do it. And let's add that to the schedule. So it started with like 1 practice a week, and over the span of like 11 years, 12 years now, it's just grown into like this massive thing.
Every time we have a new idea, it's kind of like, all right, let's just sit down, let's get pizza, let's get wings, and let's make a schedule. Yeah. And that's like really what puts it into place, is we can kind of talk all we want and say, oh, we should do this or we should do that. But we don't actually do it until we sit down and we write it down and we say, all right, this is how it's going to be from now on. And then we have, you know, something that we can use as like a syllabus for the band, kind of.
Always try to go by that syllabus, since it's like your bread and butter right there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the audience is expecting a little bit more from the band?
I don't really notice it from the fans that much. It honestly seems like we're just doing so much extra stuff in hopes that they won't be like, hey, give us some more stuff. So we just kind of try and take it upon ourselves to do as much as we possibly can, and hope that everyone's okay with that. If they start asking for a cover every day, then we might have to we might have to start breaking some hearts.
Yeah, that's true. Who chooses the covers of the band?
For choosing covers, it's kind of like different depending on the week. So we pick like a lot of the throwback songs that we do, and the newer songs we usually just like look at the top charts and see like what's popular. But some of our songs like are just songs that people have commented on our YouTube channel, and those comments just get a ton of likes, and we're like, well, we have to do it now. Like, everybody wants us to do this. And that's how like a bunch of our big like covers have like happened, really. Like the Evanescence cover that we did, and Mr. Brightside, those were all like fan picked covers basically. So
it's funny to see where the covers started out with, because we used to, back when we did 1 cover a month, we were like, we have to perfectly craft this cover selection. We'd sit down for like 5 days and just think about the covers we're gonna do. And now doing 2 covers a week, we're like, dartboard, throw a dart, hit a song. Okay, fine, we're gonna do that one. It's just like you have to decide and then you just do it.
Yeah.
So
make a suggestion. Since you are from Erie, Pennsylvania, the 24th year anniversary just passed, would there be That Thing You Do cover anytime soon?
I would 100% do that.
I like definitely sang that song like in chorus when I was little, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, this happened in Erie. Like, yeah, we could totally do it.
All right. So So you heard it here first on the Arts in Action Music Edition with First to 11. Now, I'm afraid we're out of time, so I would like to thank the band First to 11 for agreeing to come on the show. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also check out their website at first211.com for all their merch and original content. I am Amanda Lauren for the Arts in Action Music Edition.
We're chasing shadows.